The main catechism of the second degree of Masonry. Notes: Q stands for question, although some questions contained in this catechism are actually statements rather than questions, and A stands for answer. All answers and sets of answers that are marked with an exclamation point are secrets of the second degree of Blue Majestic Masonry. This equals 28 secrets in total. All questions and answers and sets of questions and answers that are marked with 3 asterisks must be memorized by a fellow craft Mason within 60 days or 2 months after being initiated as a fellow craft Mason, and they must be memorized before he or she can become an official or full-fledged fellow craft Mason and receive a Masonic diploma for the second degree of Masonry. This equals 74 questions and answers in total. All questions and answers and sets of questions and answers that are marked with 1 asterisk must be memorized by a fellow craft Mason within 3 years, 11 months, and 2 weeks after being initiated as a fellow craft Mason, and they must be memorized before he or she can progress to the third degree of Masonry. This equals 60 questions and answers in total. If a question and answer or a set of questions and answers is marked with a hyphen, it means that the answer or answers do not have to be memorized verbatim. This catechism consists of 186 questions and answers in total. Part 1 of 3. Question: Are you a fellow craft Mason? Answer: I am. Question: What makes you a fellow craft Mason? Answer: My oath and obligation. Question: Recite the oath and obligation of a fellow craft Mason. Answer: I most solemnly, sincerely, and truthfully promise, vow, and swear on the universal architect, on my soul, and on the souls of everyone I love, that I will always abide by the Constitution of my Grand Lodge, and that I would rather have my chest cut open and my heart torn out than to unlawfully reveal the secrets of the first or second degree of Masonry. Question: How do you know yourself to be a fellow craft Mason? Answer: By having been tried and being ready to be tried again, and again. Question: What are you tried by as a fellow craft Mason? Answer: The square. Question: Why are you tried by the square as a fellow craft Mason? Answer: Because it's a symbol of self-surrender, self-sacrifice, and self-salvation, and one of the 3 tools of a fellow craft Mason. Question: What is a square? Answer: A vertical combined with a horizontal, a 90-degree angle, and 1/4 of a circle. Question: How can I know you to be a fellow craft Mason? Answer: By signs, words, and touches. Question: Can you show me a sign? Answer: I can show you many signs. Question: What do the signs of a fellow craft Mason allude to? Answer: They allude to the signs of God. Question: What are the 3 main signs of a fellow craft Mason? Answer: The step and stance of a fellow craft Mason, the sign of a fellow craft Mason, and the due guard of a fellow craft Mason. Question: Show me the step and stance of a fellow craft Mason. Answer: Show the step and stance of a fellow craft Mason. Question: What does the step and stance of a fellow craft Mason allude to? Answer: It alludes to approaching the universal architect and standing in the universal architect's presence. Question: Show me the sign of a fellow craft Mason. Answer: Show the sign of a fellow craft Mason. Question: What does the sign of a fellow craft Mason allude to? Answer: It alludes to the oath and obligation of a fellow craft Mason. Question: What passage of the Holy Bible is associated with the mythological origin of the sign of a fellow craft Mason? Answer: Verses 12 through 14 of chapter 10 of the book of Joshua. Question: Recite verses 12 through 14 of chapter 10 of the book of Joshua from the Holy Bible. Answer: Then spake Joshua to the Lord in the day when the Lord delivered up the Amorites before the children of Israel. And he said in the sight of Israel, Sun, stand thou still upon Gibeon, and thou, moon, in the valley of Ajalon. And the sun stood still, and the moon stayed, until the people avenged themselves upon their enemies. Is this not written in the book of Jasher? So the sun stood still in the midst of heaven, and hasted not to go down about a whole day. And there was no day like that before it or after it, that the Lord hearkened unto the voice of a man. For the Lord fought for Israel. Question: what is the meaning of the name Joshua? Answer: God saves. Question: what is the meaning of the name Amer? Answer: talker. Question: what is the meaning of the name Gibeon? Answer: hill place. Question: what is the meaning of the name Ajalon? Answer: place of deer. Question: what is the meaning of the name Jasher? Answer: upright. Question: show me the do guard of a fellow craft mason. Answer: show the do guard of a fellow craft mason. Question: what does the do guard of a fellow craft mason allude to? Answer: it alludes to the death penalty for breaking the oath and obligation of a fellow craft mason.